Hey everybody, welcome back to Mike's 36 4-door garage project. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how I went about installing the spring shackles in the eyes of the rear and front spring. And then I'm going to go about showing you how not to install the spring shackle part into the front wishbone mount on the wishbone. Check it out. I have two different bags of spring perches, and one is marked front spring shackle. I'm sorry, spring shackle. One's marked front spring shackle. The other one's not marked at all. And I was trying to figure out if there's a difference, and there is, in fact, a difference. If you take a look at the width of this piece from here to here, it is roughly 2 1/4, just a little bit bigger. And if you look at the same piece in this bag, it's just over 2 inches. And so that caused me to take a look and measure. And the spot where the spring shackle goes on the front spring is indeed only 2 inches wide, and it's 2 1/4 on the rear. So there is a difference. So if you put new spring shackles in, make sure you've got the right size. Rear spring leaf, rear spring shackle. Front spring, front spring shackle. Okay. This would be set inside there. There's obviously a difference by about 1/4 of an inch. One of the other things I wanted to mention is I purchased a set of spring shackles, a whole front end kit with supposedly your shock absorber would then mount onto the front of the shackle here. And compared to how beefy these are, I just don't see this surviving. Also, I know that these neoprene inserts are supposed to help soften the ride, like almost like a street rod, I would assume. And I just don't see the whole weight of car riding on these 4 neoprene inserts on each side of the spring. So I'm going to forego these, and we'll figure out some other way to mount the tube shock absorbers that I bought. We'll find another way to mount them. That being said, not the front one today, but hopefully just the rear one. We'll get these guys shoved in there, so to speak, lack of a better word. Obviously, I want to try to protect the threads while we're using this to push it through. I might either find a socket that will go around it and push this in. We'll see. I also plan on heating that up with a torch after I find my torch. Back in a moment. It is 64 degrees outside, and I know this spring has been inside on cold all day. It's not quite that cold, but I have a feeling judicial use of heat using the blowtorch, I can get this to expand a little bit better and not to fit in there, because it is definitely currently press fit. I just painted this yesterday. I'm not too worried about it. We can always repaint it. Actually, in thinking about it, this socket fits this nut. Might as well just do that, right? Does that sound feasible? Okay. I'm going to drive it down like another little 1/16 or so. Does that look good for everybody? It's pretty good. Okay. Might be able to get all 4 done today. Nope. As you all know, it's got to be lined up straight. Oh, look, I'm supposed to shit through. Oh. the rubber has pushed through because the bolts come too far forward. We are going to have to push the bolt back through. There we go. Still have some rubber that's pushed through right around in here. See that black rubber that's come out? But I think it'll be all right. Let's put the nuts on the end of this so we don't lose them. Oh, well, what do you know? This one did the same thing. Okay, you go back in here and fix that. That works. No rubber pushed out on this side. Put that last nut on here. So, I haven't showed you the video. I haven't reversed the eye on this one. This is the way the eye was originally done. You can see where it's really dug in here. I don't know if you can see the outline of the spring and like a dent. There's literally a dent in there. Both sides. Wow. This is the front. Now, I've done a video, I just haven't posted it yet. You can see where I reversed the eye on this one, and then I trimmed this spring down. If I was smart, I would take the spring stack apart and just do the main leaf, but I'm not smart. I'm dumb. I'm gonna try and do it like that and be lazy. I'm sure it will come back to backfire on me at some point. Video to come. I'm gonna take a look and see how far that bolt pushed through. Heavy. That's heavy, kids. Considerable amount. Again, the rubber's blown out, which is unfortunate. Maybe there's a better way to do this. I don't know what it is, so I'm going to keep doing it my way. I think that should be enough. We'll see. I'm off by maybe a 16th with the silver thing. The last one, I'm going to change my mode. Instead of using my cheap Taiwan Harbor Freight that doesn't reach to this metal jacket and puts too much pressure on the bolt, I'm going to use my good Craftsman extended that will push against the silver, and we won't have to go back and push the bolt back through. I do have to adjust the length of how high this is because I'm trying to put something different. There, torch it up. And there you have it. Press fit, spring purchase, shackles, I'm sorry, spring shackles into the eyes of the rear spring and the front spring. You gotta keep these separate, gotta keep them separated, the rear and front, and we will go from there. So in a clear lack of forethought, I mocked all this up. I put the brake clevis, the whatever thing through the, I put this all together. This is bolted in there. I've got the safety bolt in here holding this kingpin, but I didn't put this in here. And I need to do that, and ideally, I should take it all apart. Again, here's me trying to cut corners. Let's see if we can make some things work. Take this woodworking clamp that I have, place it here, get a bigger clamp. Says, all right, now we're again. The lesson that we have learned today is you gotta make sure your spring shackles, these guys, are in your wishbone before you mock anything else up. Otherwise, it becomes much too difficult to put these in there. Can't wait. I hope everybody chimes in and tells me how long I'm doing this. Okay. Okay, this is not how you do it, kids. Wow, okay. So, blew that one up. Gotta buy a new one of these. Oh. Didn't go like I thought it would with the spring. That's still hot. So, just so you can learn what not to do. Push that whole casing out of shape around it, trying to shove it in there. That is a fail, miserable fail. So I'm gonna have to knock this whole thing back out somehow. Let's see if we can do it with a hammer. Probably not. At this point, I'm not concerned about the threads.